Hi guys, so today I will bring you a palette review using the Colourpop X Mandalorian The Child palette. So I always call this palette the Baby Yoda palette because the Baby Yoda on the front cover is so cute, and there's another Baby Yoda on the mirror, and the whole packaging is very well thought out with many cute details. So some may think like this color story is a little bit hard to use, but I'm arguing that if you use this color story column by column, you can have some very simple but very beautiful looks. So I'm gonna do 3 looks using this palette, and there will be tutorials for each look. And then I will do some swatches of this palette. Without further ado, let's head on to the swatches. And after the swatches, I will show you how I did the 3 looks. First of all, let's prime the eyes using the P. Louise primer in the shade 03. Then take the shade Just Like a Tatooine to map out the crease area of the eye look. Then take the shade Droid Protocol to deepen the inners and outer corners, creating a halo eye shape using the P. Louise primer. Then use the shade Droid Protocol again to deepen the corners once again. Then take the shimmer shade called the Force, which is a gold/green shade, to lighten the entire eyelid. Take the shade Just Like a Tatooine again and apply it to the lower lash line. Then deepen the lower lash line using the shade Droid Protocol. Take the shade The Force and apply it to the center parts of the lower lash line. Then take the shade Precious Cargo, which is a pale gold duochrome shade, and apply it to the inner corners and the brow bone. Apply P. Louise primer to the other eye. Then take the shade Little Frog to the entire crease. Little Frog is a medium green shade with some silver sparkles, but the silver sparkles disappear when you're blending. Then take the shade Sipping Soup, which is a light green shimmer shade, and apply it all over the lid. Then blend the matte shade and the shimmer shade, and take the shade Precious Cargo at the inner part of the lid. Then apply Little Frog to the lower lash line, and apply Precious Cargo to lighten the inner tear duct area and the brow bone. And that is the first 2 looks done. Now let's move on to the 3rd look. Again, we apply the P. Louise primer to the entire eyelid. Then take the shade Float Your Crib, which is a deep olive green, and map out the cut crease. We have 2 cut creases in this eye look, and we will blend out Float Your Crib with the shade Babyface, which is a mint green, in every single one of the cut creases. So we are now doing the 2nd cut crease. And again, we are using the shade Babyface to blend out the previous shade called Float Your Crib. And we are using the P. Louise primer to cut the crease. Then take a mixture of both of the green matte shades and map out the overall shape of the eyelid. The shade Floature Crib is a little bit warmer when applied alone, so I apply Babyface on top to make it a little bit cooler, a little bit grayer. And then apply Floature Crib to the lower lash line and blend it out with the mint green shade called Babyface. Wet your brush and take the shade Right Hand Mandel to the entire eyelid. Again, lighten your end hair duct and brow bone with the shade Precious Cargo, which is a pale gold shade. And that is the finished look. I hope you enjoy all three of the eye looks and maybe recreate some of those. And now we will move on to the overall review of the eyeshadow palette. So the overall thoughts of this palette is that the mattes are very pigmented. Even though they're a little bit dusty, they blend beautifully. Sometimes it may be blending a little bit too easily and it might get lost. But the shimmers, however, are a little bit too flaky in my opinion. So you have to use a setting spray to wet the shimmers a little bit to avoid them being all over your face, or you can do your eyes first. That's another approach. But overall it is a great palette with very good quality, because considering even though they're a little bit dusty, I'm very happy with the looks that I came up with, and considering it is just a $16 palette, so there's nothing to complain about. So basically that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye!